What if mankind invented teleportation?
Okay, yeah, so I looked at the safety aspect of this because I figured it's probably pretty easy to teleport somewhere you don't want to be, where you'd like die. So the first thing I looked at was roads, because if you like teleport into the middle of a road, that's a problem, obviously.
Yes.
But then I kind of realized, so the version of my question was like everyone has teleporters. It's not like the transition period. So I figured there will be a transition period, but after the transition period, we don't really need roads anymore. No one's going to have cars or anything.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Sorry, anyway, movie reference.
Yeah. So roads aren't really an issue because you'll just transport to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And that'll be it. So that's not a problem. So the next thing I looked at was like buildings and walls and stuff and just like teleporting into like walls because that's
not great.
That's a common thing that you think about when you teleport. And for this, my solution was just to like when someone builds a building, you're just going to have like a huge database of where all the buildings are. And I imagine, the way I imagine this teleporting working for like choosing locations stuff is basically just like a Google Maps sort of thing. And you like click where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like won't let you go into walls, and all the walls will be logged. If you build new buildings, you have to like log it into the database.
Until Google turns on us all.
Why would they? Okay.
It's not that far-fetched. Come on.
So like permanent objects like buildings and stuff are okay if we have that system. But for non-permanent objects like people, that is a problem because you can't have a database for where people are.
Well, you could talk to Google.
Damn it, you got there first.
Yeah, I guess. Obviously, it's going to like raise privacy issues and stuff.
Yep.
So I figured the best way to do this was to have like designated areas that people can teleport. So they can't teleport anywhere. They can only teleport at stations. So for like popular areas like tourist attractions and stuff, there's going to be a lot of people going to that one spot every day. I looked up some popular tourist attractions, and according to the World Tourism Organization, the most popular locations are the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, which gets 91 million people a year, which averages out to like 249,000 people per day.
Jesus.
So if that many people are going to that one location in a day, chances are people are going to phase into each other.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
So those areas are going to be a problem. And then there are like events, like 1 day long events, like concerts and stuff. So I think in one of my previous answers, I looked up the biggest concert to ever happen. And it was a Rod Stewart concert in 1994 at the Copacabana Beach. And it was 3.5 million people.
That's still absurd to me.
It's not people are like in a different zip code.
Right.
I know. So events like that are going to happen all the time. Like concerts happen all the time. So these designated areas that you teleport to, I guess you're going to have to like reserve like a coordinate or something. And they'll just be like really long schedules. You have to like look up a coordinate to see if it's available at that time that you want to go. And then once you actually teleport there, I guess, because it's going to be tricky trying to leave that area because there's going to be a ton of people teleporting there and you don't want to walk somewhere where someone's going to teleport. So I guess there'll be like aisles that you can walk down or something. I don't know. I didn't really think about that. And I think that would work. It would take up a lot of space and I guess instead of like parking lots, you'd have like teleporting lots or something.
Yeah, you definitely need like a area that was like no one's allowed in here at any time unless they're
need, like, a
literally
big
just
field.
teleported.
Right.
It'll be a problem for like cities because where are you going to get that space? I don't know. But overall, it'll work once you find the space. I guess we fit cars in cities and stuff, so we can fit people. But then I was thinking, so when you teleport, you can't exist where like matter already exists. So like you can't teleport into a wall. I assume if you teleport into a wall, it'll displace the matter that's in the wall. Like the wall matter won't just disappear.
Right.
So if you teleport somewhere else, like air is also matter. So it's going to displace the air. And what happens when you compress air is that it heats up. And if you displace it like basically instantly, because that's what you're doing when you're teleporting, it's going to heat up a lot. you are basically just going to burst into flames. So you can't really teleport where there's air. So really, I think our teleporting is just restricted to like, you can teleport into space and you can teleport if there's a vacuum somewhere. You can't teleport if there's matter anywhere.
Wow. So even Chris, even you managed to ruin teleportation.